So here we're going to do Excel data entry using Python. So without wasting our time, let's get started. So first of all, you need to have three, four libraries like Simple GUI. You can simply install it by saying pip install Simple GUI. Then you need to create a file like I'm doing python main.py. Okay. So after that, we'll just install pandas and certain libraries like that. So as soon as you have Simple GUI installed, you'll start to install your pandas. So in order to install that, you will just simply say okay, I'll say install. Okay, so I'll say install pandas. Now we'll just say okay, install pandas. So okay, done. So as soon as you'll have pandas, you'll be good to go for designing our first Excel data entry GUI with Python. So now we can start to do, but before that we'll be installing one more library, which will be pip. Then say install open py excel. We'll say open py excel. So this is our library which will allow us to open Excel and do our entry and stuff, with which we can access the Excel files. So it will take a little time to get done. In the meantime, you can just go on to browser and get more information about these libraries if you want to. So we are done doing it. I have requirement already satisfied because I already have that thing. So what we'll do now, so now it's time to get ready, get your hands on by importing our first thing, which will be our Simple GUI. So we'll be just importing that, saying import py, it should be capital, simple GUI, and it should all be capital. Okay, so as I'll just import it as, or what happened, I'll just import it as say for example, what should I import as G? Okay, simple GUI. Okay, so now it's time to import something. Okay, we'll import it later. So first thing first, we'll just create a GUI for our program, which will be created as saying sg.theme. So firstly, we'll create a theme, which will be our plate, like how the color, the background color of GUI. So I'll just keep it to dark teal 9. Okay, perfect. You can just go on to Google and find a lot of themes, different themes, but I'll just prefer dark teal. So we'll now create a layout, like how our GUI will look. Should not look like a total giant and big. It should look like a perfect. So we'll just create a layout. For that, we'll just say sg.text, and inside the text we'll write what it should say, like please, okay, fill out the following fields. Okay, done. So this is the first thing that our layout will say, or our GUI will say. And then we'll just add some more text inside here, saying something like what should we say, some, or directly add the data. Okay, we'll just say name, and the size of input that contains name should be somewhere around 15 to 1. 15 will be our width and 1 will be the height. Okay, so it will simply say sg dot input. So it will tell it that it is an input thing. sg dot input text, and the key which will be saying that it's okay, that is going to tell the Excel. And always remember the Excel, in the Excel file, whichever you keep the name of the column should be equal to the key name, otherwise it will just print on somewhere else. And then we should have a submit button, which should be submitting everything just like an HTML thing. So after submitting, exit. Okay, this is fine. Now we need another libraries, but for now I'll just simply uh, uh, create a window. Okay, we'll just create a window dot, no, not window, just dot. I'll just save sg dot window. Now we'll just open it saying simple GUI. No, simple GUI, not simple data entry app. Okay, now we'll just use the layout. Okay, pretty fine, looks fine. So now we can just say for an example, we'll open a loop while true, so it needs to have entry again and again. We don't want to run it again and again, so in order to keep it running we need a while loop. So for that we'll just say event comma values is equal to windows dot read the excel. So we want it to read the excel files. Okay, and if statements are mandatory for it, because we want it like that. If events are equals to what should be sg dot when when con close it should be. Okay, perfect, closed, or event, in that kind of case it should be exit. Okay, perfect. If windows closed or event is exit, then just break it. Or if there is also one or more if, which says something like submit. Okay, if submit happens, then what do we do? Then we'll just say print submit successful or something like that, or say something like what should we say, event dot value values. Okay, so it looks fair enough, but we need to close the window too. We opened the window but we didn't close it, so we'll just say window dot close. Simply close the window. Now it looks pretty fine to me. So when we run a program it doesn't look anything, doesn't appear anything. Okay, it appeared. Okay, perfect. So you can see the name is here, the submit is here, the exit is here, the simple GUI, and you can see the background color dark teal, and you can see the data is being coming. It is coming to our terminal, but we want it to on our excel, so you can just check it out. Just submit, it says a key. Okay, perfect. So the data is coming, so the data is being collected and coming to the terminal, but we want it to go onto our excel. So we'll just go we want some more data, I believe. Okay, so let's just make it more interactive by adding a little more data. I'll just say text, then add some more data. Let's just fast forward this all. This is just boring. So this was all of it that you needed to know. So combo makes it like checkbox in which you can put a lot of checks, and you can just select anyone drop down list like, and in checkbox you can just tick mark. So these are like things. So now by saying something like new, and then we'll just select an Excel file. Okay, so new. Okay, where is the Excel? Okay, Microsoft Excel worksheet. Okay, we have an Excel worksheet right now. So we'll just take a worksheet, just keep it like that only. We don't just need to change any name of this right now. We'll change it later, but let's just try. Okay, so what should we take it like? Something like new. Okay, simply we'll just name it new, so we don't have to come late again. So now we'll just go back to our program in order to do a lot of things. So first things first, you'll just see name, favorite color, favorite sport. I just wrote that down right now, so you can just go over here, and right now we'll just start it. So we'll just import something like Excel. No, we are not importing it, we are writing it. So Excel underscore files. Inside that we'll keep something like the name of the file, which is dot new dot xlsx, whatever it is. Okay, so now is the time we need a new thing to be imported in our program. But first things first, we'll just use. Okay. We need pandas, but we'll just write it first. Read the Excel. The panda will start to read the Excel. Now let's just import it so it wouldn't throw an error when we run the program and import pandas as PD, as always we do. I just don't write a whole lot of names, so I'll just import it as PD. It will take a little time and then it will remove the errors. Okay, it's perfect. Now we'll just run our program. We'll just say Excel files over here. Now we need okay, so now what do we need? So first things first, we have just did almost every single thing that we needed over here. So now we'll, instead of printing it over here, we'll just give it to Excel. So how do we do that? By saying df equals to uh, and df, for the people who don't know, df, it's a pandas function. So it appends the value that we have onto our Python. It will just return it to our Excel. So first things first, we'll just ignore. Okay, so we shouldn't have said ignore dot underscore index. So inside the ignore underscore index, we'll just say something like true. Okay, so our program is basically ready. We just don't need nothing much. Okay, so last thing will be inside this saying df dot uh, to underscore Excel. We'll just send all of our data to the Excel by saying this. Okay, so all of our data will go to the Excel files, and then so now since we're done with it, we'll just say index dot false. Okay, so what do we have now next? That would be the sg dot pop-up message. So we'll just have a pop-up message as soon as the data is submitted. We'll have a pop-up message which say data submitted. Okay, data submitted, data submitted. Okay, perfect. Now I believe our program is 100% ready. So let's just try to run our program. Just main.py. It will take a little time to run, and we'll just wait it out. Let's just wait. Okay. Uh, okay, so it's done. You can see a bunch of checkboxes here. You can see a drop down and a field. You can just select anything and just say submit, and let's say data. So now if we go to our Excel file, then we'll get everything that we needed to. So we can't access the Excel through our VS Code, so we'll just simply go to our Excel. in order to access it. Let's just do that query quickly. We'll go to our Excel. Okay, the Excel is opening. Okay, so we'll just say new.xls. Okay, it's loading. It will take a little time, but in no time it will be there, and you will see the data inserted, and you can see the data is inserted. So this was all for today. See you in the next one.